Look, unless you're sitting on a ton of cash, if you want to buy a home, you're gonna need to get a mortgage. Now, if you are sitting on a ton of cash, then by all means skip this video and reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you buy some real estate. But otherwise, let me explain to you how to get a mortgage. A lot of buyers I work with are often very confused about how to start the process of getting a mortgage. But don't worry, in this video, I'll break down the process of getting a mortgage and I'll make it as simple as possible. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button and let me know in the comments any real estate topics you want me to cover in the future. The first step in the process, which is also the first step you need to be taking in the process of buying a home, period, is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. The reason you need to get pre-approved first is because the actual mortgage application will not start until you actually have a home under contract. Having a home under contract basically means that you've come to an agreement with the seller to buy the home at a certain price. Now, pretty much 99% of the sellers are not going to come to an agreement with you or aren't going to sign anything with you if you don't have some sort of proof that you can at least qualify for a mortgage. And that's where the pre-approval comes in. Now, as a buyer, I know the last thing you want to do is speak with the mortgage lender, have them run through all your credit and all your financials to get pre-approved. You just want to look at homes, right? Well, you should get pre-approved before you actually start looking at homes. The main reason you should is because you don't actually know your budget until you get pre-approved. Or in other words, you don't know how much home you can afford. You don't know what prices you can even look at. The last thing you want to do is look at $500,000 homes just to get pre-approved and find out you only qualify for up to $250,000. Because trust me, now the homes you're looking at are going to be a lot different. Also, you can't really submit an offer until you've been pre-approved, because remember that no seller is going to take your offer seriously or really even look at your offer if you don't have a pre-approval letter or some sort of proof that you can once again afford their home. Now, I know, speaking with the mortgage lender is pretty much like going to the dentist. You really don't want to unless you absolutely have to, but if you're planning on buying real estate, you have to. A common issue that buyers have when thinking about getting a mortgage is they're worried that it's going to hurt their credit. Or they worried that if they talk to too many people, they're going to get dinged on their credit for each mortgage lender that they talk to. Because of this, they tend to procrastinate and tell themselves they're doing a lot of research without actually talking to anybody or actually starting the process. While it does show up on your credit report when you apply to get a mortgage, you can actually shop around with as many lenders as you like, as long as it's within a certain time period, which is somewhere between 30 to 45 days. That means you can shop around with 10, 20 lenders within that 45-day time period, and it will only show up on your credit report once. So by all means, as a buyer, you should be checking with different mortgage lenders and different banks to make sure that you can get the best deal for your mortgage. Don't be afraid to look around, and don't use that as an excuse to procrastinate to apply for a mortgage. Next, where should you go to apply for a mortgage? When going to apply for a mortgage or when you're looking to get pre-approved, there are two types of places that you can go to. First, there's a direct lender, such as a bank or an online mortgage company like Quicken Loans or a credit union. The second type is called a mortgage broker, which is basically like a middleman that can connect you to many different types of loan options. Direct lenders and mortgage brokers both have their pros and cons. For direct lenders, they can often offer the best interest rates, especially with credit unions, but on the other hand, the terms can be a lot stricter when dealing with direct lenders, so it can be harder to qualify with them. For mortgage brokers, they have access to a lot of different types of loan options and they're easier to qualify for. But on the other hand, a mortgage broker is going to charge that fee to connect you with the right loan option, so they can often be a little bit more expensive, either through higher closing costs or even higher interest rates. If you're wondering which one is right for you, once again, make sure you shop around. Call some mortgage brokers, see what they can do for you. Contact some direct lenders and see what they can do for you. And wherever you find the best deal, go with that one. Also, if you're having trouble figuring out who to contact, don't be afraid to reach out to your realtor or even your real estate attorney, as they often work with a lot of lenders and should be able to recommend you a good lender to work with. Now, exactly what documents are you going to need to start the pre-approval process to get a mortgage? Well, for starters, you're going to need 2 years worth of W-2s, 2 years worth of tax returns, at least your last 2 paycheck stubs, as well as your last 3 months worth of bank statements. The lender's going to need all of these documents in order to verify your income and let you know how much you can qualify for as far as a mortgage. Also, make sure you have handy any documents for any investment accounts you have, such as 401ks, stocks, bonds, things like that. Lenders are going to want to see that as well. Alright, so now you know exactly why you need to be pre-approved to get a mortgage. You know the documents that you need in order to get pre-approved, and you even have an idea of some lenders that you want to work with. Reach out to them, let them know that, hey, I'm looking to buy some real estate, and they should be able to walk you through the next steps from there. Once you get that pre-approval, then it's happy house hunting.